Hi, everyone. For the final night of this Olympics, we are gathered for another watch along in the Stade de France. Obviously, tomorrow morning it will conclude with the women's marathon. But a bunch of things are on tap for this evening. I'm very excited to be here with you. I hope you are as well, and you have been enjoying our watch alongs, and you will continue to engage with the channel as we go forward. It's been a wonderful experience to have everybody coming on and sharing. Watch alongs are never easy to do because you guys want to watch, but also this is a space to talk about what's going on. So, the high jump for men, first thing that's being introduced right now, we'll get to that in a second. This morning, obviously, many of you would have seen the men's marathon Olympic record in 2:06:26 for Tola from Ethiopia. Ethiopia has not been having the best of games, but they pulled out a gold medal there. Abid, Ab, Ab, Abidi, I think, from Belgium, upgraded his bronze from Tokyo, if my memory serves me correctly, and got the silver medal. And Bensa Kipruto there from Kenya also getting on the medal podium. Tough luck for Kipchoge. Many thought that Kipchoge would have left his mark on this Olympics by an unprecedented 3 Olympic titles in a row. No one has ever done 2 except him. So he still goes out as probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest marathoner we've ever seen, but we can always unpack that at another date. Unfortunately for him, likewise for Kenelisa Bekele, who's here, I thought the 2 older statesmen would do something, but did not happen. 2:06 is exceptional time. Interesting course. 2 guys going 2:06, 2:07 flat there for Kipruto. But coming up, obviously, we'll have the high jump. I'll try to get that up on the screen really quickly here to showcase the starting lineup. We have Wu. In particular, I'm looking forward to see what I get from him. Interesting question about the likes of a Barshim. Question about Tamberi. Tamberi has not been feeling well for the last few weeks. I think he was hospitalized. Didn't look so good in qualification. Wu just clearing there. I'm not quite sure the bar is at, to be honest with you. I'll check it out in a second. But he, and then Bashim rather, sorry. He didn't look good in qualification either. He had what seemingly looked like an injury. He picked up something. He struggled to get over the barriers. I guess things haven't started. I think this is like some warm-up jumps going on, to be honest with you. But we'll see. That's Steffler there. Oh, yeah, actually, has it started? But we'll get a chance to see what's going on. Yeah. I think the bar starts at 2:17, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll get a chance to look at some of that. I'm here looking forward to hearing from you. First event on the track will come on in another 12 minutes or so, and that will be the men's 800-meter final. That should be a fabulous, fabulous event here at these games. I'll be honest with you, we could see one of the great runs. Sedrati has been the best of 3 great guys this season. Wanyoni from Kenya, the Frenchman Tual as well. Those are the 3 guys that stood above the rest. I thought Sedrati, as I mentioned on the last live, he really, for me, ran one of the calculated semifinals. It was a 1:45. He was very tactical with it, did not exert any form of energy. The final semifinal that included Wanyoni, that was running a hot time, a 1:43. The interesting question for me is, what is the position of Marco Arop? Is Arop in a situation where he clearly needs to potentially go to PB if he's going to make it? That's Jermaine Beckford there from Jamaica clearing, and looks good, comfortable there. I believe the bar is at 2:17. Let me check. Yeah, the bar is currently at 2:17, and only Steffler hasn't gone over there, and Ivanovic as well hasn't cleared. Bashim has passed and Tambir has passed at 217. So they'll come in at a little bit later on the men's high jump. So this is where we are on men's high jump right now. Early standing there. A couple of guys knocking off 217, which is quite interesting. I don't know if that's situ an omen for what will come. We shall see. We shall see. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, you guys doing well. How's your Saturday going, wherever you are in the world? Let me know. Mine got off to a very good start. I just got back from the farmers market. Usually on Saturdays I try to go to the farmers market to get a little breakfast. I ride there and got back, and it's a cool day here, even though it's sunny, very nice and cool. So yeah, looking forward to the final evening in the Stade de France. These Olympic Games came and they're going quickly. Diamond League after this. Hopefully, many of you will be there to join me back on the channel and so on. But looking forward to that. Let me know your predictions for what you get tonight. I'm intrigued for the women's 100 meter hurdle final as well. That is going to be a cracker. When you look at the lineup, you realize you're missing some very good athletes, the likes of a Toby Amerson not there, Daniel Williams, very unfortunate, hitting a couple hurdles there, and that threw off her Olympic campaign, something that she must be disappointed with. The two-time world champion, first Olympics for her, and didn't go as planned. But this is how sport is. It's very tough. I'm sure that you will see her again next year in Tokyo for the World Championships. And yeah, so the 100-meter final for her with hurdles, really top quality field. One of the standout athletes for me this season, SAMBA-MAYELA. I like her a lot. I think she could do something really special. The Dutch woman, Vessa, always there. Grace Stark, a wonderful season for her. Lovely in the semifinal, ensuring a qualification there that was relatively simple. Masai Russell, heartbreak last year after doing so well in the collegiate circuit. And this year she's back already with a 12-2 this season. Alicia Johnson too. I think all of these women could take it. Camacho-Quinn though. When I look at what we saw from Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, the defending champion, a woman that always finds her way on the medal podium regardless of her fitness. I like it. I like it for her. I think if you had to put a favorite tonight, you wouldn't necessarily count against Camacho-Quinn. It's very difficult. Everyone out here could do something special. Devon Charlton, the Bahamian, former Purdue Boilermaker there. Fantastic start, fantastic season for her. World record twice in indoors this year. Expect for her to get out really well. And also doing well this season, doing a 12-4. So it suggests that she's transitioning what we used to think would be a 60-meter hurdler into a quite profound top-class outdoor hurdle as well. Akira Nugent, special talent too from Jamaica, 12:28 this season too. She set that world lead at 12:28, and matter of hours after, Masai Russell went to the US Championships and ran a little bit faster. I think any of these women could make the podium, to be honest with you. I have to be honest with you. This is one of the great things in all of sport. And yeah. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? Michelle joining us there. It's been excited for today. I am really anticipating some top-class battles to close out this evening of the Olympic Games, rather. It's not been the greatest Olympics for some people, but for some, it is. Yeah. So high jump in progress, and we'll get to that. So I'm looking forward to that. And men's 5,000 meters also going to be a cracker. Really going to be a cracker tonight. You have Gebret. I think he's going to be special. I don't know if he'll do something there. Jakob Ingebrigtsen. He may win this all. Didn't do as well as he wanted to do in the 1500, sorry. And now this is his chance. Grant Fisher is there. It's a bunch of other guys that could do some things. I did my preview weeks ago, but we'll talk about that. And then there's going to be the women's 1500 meter final. To me, Faith Kipyegon already the greatest 1500-meter runner we've seen. Were she to win this, it would be locked up in gold in everything that you could ever imagine. The dominant athlete Faith is. I am intrigued this year for the 1500 meters because it's the first time in a long time where I'm wondering if Fate misjudges anything, if others could come into play. We saw her running that fabulous time in the Diamond League, and to my surprise, and I suspect to the surprise of many, Jessica Hull from Australia really traveled with her. So I think it's going to be interesting there. I like Weltel J, the young Ethiopian there. Lots of promise. She could do something. So I want to see what we can get from her. I think that's going to be an interesting kind of a mix. Can't count out the Americans either. Ellison Pierre is there, obviously. I think she's interesting. Nikki Hiltz, maybe they could do something. The real question is, what are we going to get from Gudaf Sigai? Sigai, awful championships last night, was not good for her either, or the night before in the 10,000 meters. So I'm waiting to see. And I'm really waiting to see if Sigai has one more thing in her. There's Laura Moore, obviously, from Great Britain. She's really a top class athlete. So the women's 1500 meters should provide us some fantastic competition. Still got Faith Kipyegon, but I think Jessica Hull will be on the podium for sure in some capacity. They're about to start the 800 meters in a second. I think they're going to bring out the athletes. And then after that, they'll close off the night with the men's 4x4. I'm very intrigued by the 4x4. I hope you are too. Botswana is interesting for me. I think they could do something of note, high quality. Hey, how are you doing? Good day to you as well, and good day to everyone in the chat. And let me know where you're joining me from. And let me know your thoughts on what you're anticipating here. I just saw Masalela there coming out from Botswana. Botswana is having a decent championships. They could have ended in spectacular form in the 4x4. They certainly, for me, on the podium. Can they win it all? That might be an interesting thing. Yeah. And don't forget to like the video, guys. Thank you. Yeah. Bryce Hoppel here walking out. Can he do something special? The Americans have been having a good performance at this championships over distance running. Rooks, obviously, and Cole Hocker there in the 1500 meters. Sajati just came out. World champion Marco Arop from Canada. What are we going to get from him? I think he needs a massive PB if he's going to find his way on the podium. He probably needs to run sub 40, 142, assuming that Wanyoni and Sadrati and Tuol can go 141. You may not get a 141 because it's the Olympic final. You never know what he can get there. The pacing is different, but I wouldn't count against it. Navlet, how are you doing? Very good to have you back on the channel. Thank you. Good afternoon to you as well. Yeah. Sup, Japanese _1, if I have that correctly. Hello from Barbados, hoping for a Botswana medal in the 4x4. I think you get a Botswana medal. What color is interesting? We'll have to see what the US men come out with. There were some rumors earlier that maybe Quincy Wilson was injured, but I didn't confirm, so I don't know for sure, to be honest with you. No, not Quincy Wilson, rather Quincy Hall. So it might be interesting there, but they'll put Rye Benjamin on the team, no doubt. Yeah, hopefully things are nice in Barbados. I need to get there as well at some point. Yeah. Great. So yeah, we're about to get this 800 meter cracking, guys. I think it's gonna be special. It could be the greatest 800 meters you've ever seen. Maybe not, but it could be. Can we get something that will pretty much put ourselves in a position where we have to consider the David Rudisha world record. I think it's possible. Yeah. You got three top class athletes here. Three men this year gone 141 on multiple occasions. I don't know if we've ever anticipated. I didn't anticipate that this season. I actually didn't even think Sedrati would have been running this well, because when Wanyoni did that 141 in altitude, you thought he was going to come back down and see what happened. All in the game. What's up? 800 meters off. Let me just get this quickly and get back to Tobago. Will split 42s if he's on second leg. Versus Quincy Hall, Hudson Smith. If Hall doesn't run, Botswana have a chance at the gold medal. That's what I'm thinking too. If he's injured, then Botswana is in the mix here. Novelet is rooting for Botswana. Yeah. Did anybody see that press conference with NASA where the Irish journalist was just digging into our whereabouts and cast case and all that? It was a kind of a, I thought it was a, I get the questions, but he was on top of it. Like he wouldn't stop and no one was stepping in there. But we'll talk about that. All right. So this is the first leg going around. How quickly will they go? Will they go sub 50? No, it's about just a little bit over 50 seconds here, 50.21. So the pace is going well. Wanyoni is in the lead. Tual is there too. Atatu in the mix. Where is Sedrati? Why is Sedrati at the back? Is he okay? And where's Marco Arup? Marco Arup now right behind there, going with Bryce Hoppel. He's going a bit wide in order to make a move. There is a big kick here from Sedrati, but Sedrati does not even look like he has what it takes this time. Is he going to come for it? He's not going to win this. Or will he? Marco Arup might win the gold medal. I cannot believe it if he does this. Wanyoni is holding off. Wanyoni will be the Olympic champion. 141.19. The Kenyans are back. Sedrati mistimed that to a level. Hats off there to Marco Arup. I have to apologize to the big Canadian because I didn't think he had a chance in this race. Sedrati, the whole season he was on fire. Oh my God. Let me get the results up. This is shocking here. There's a way to start the evening. 141.19, 141.20. I said it tonight that if Marco Arup wanted to be on the medal podium, he would have to run a lifetime best. He would have to go sub 142. And he did so. He could have won this. Arup planned the season to a T almost. And Wanyoni, hats off to Wanyoni. But Sedrati, they're coming in. I mean, 141.50 is not a bad thing, but he's running from lane 3. He had to go wide. I think he probably in the end ran 820 meters or something if you look at it. Bryce Hoppel, 141.67 national record for the United States. This is ridiculous, guys. Tua running 142.14. I thought he would have gone sub 141. All of these times are ridiculous. Atatui 142.08. Even 143.84 you can't even complain about. Oh, this is shocking, guys. Shocking. This is a race. Let me get to all of this thing. All in the game. Yeah, that press conference was uncomfortable as hell. Yeah, I agree. Just 20 years old. Well raced by Arup. Yeah, Wanyoni is a kid. There's no question in my mind that Wanyoni will break the world record. Well, you never know. You need conditions, but he can do it. But Marco Arup there. Arup found something that I didn't think he had. He is 20 and what? 10 days? 9 days? He set the pace. He didn't even ask questions in this race, and he just went. And Sedrati, for me, totally mistimed this. He likes to come from behind, I would say, Sedrati, but he left that too late. And I didn't realize how fast these guys were going. I did not realize how fast they were going. Novlet says, congrats to Kenya and Arop. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Jared, what's up? Super fast time. It is super fast time, guys. This is top running there. National record for the United States. I mean, hats off to Bryce Hoppel. Whoa. Novlet says, congrats, Algeria, on your bronze medal. Yeah, I thought Sedrati would win this. That's Barshim there just going over like it's nothing. Jared said, I did not know Bryce had 141.6 in him. I didn't either. I knew he could go fast, but I didn't know if he had that one. If he had 140, 141 is territory that we hardly have ever seen, guys. This is not jokey times here when we think about what it means to be on the all-time list of 800 meters. We're talking about elite of the elite, guys. We're talking about Wilson Kipketer. We're talking about obviously David Rhodesian. You know, Sepko, those guys. There's a bunch of guys that's gone 141, but it's up until today. I mean, yeah, different, different class right there. 141.19 is third of all time, and 141.20 is the fourth fastest time ever run in history. 141.52 will be the fifth fastest time in history, or sixth fastest time in history, because Sedrati has a 141. His PB is 141.46. Yeah. Bryce Hoppel has moved up in the all-time list. So pretty much, I think it's for athletes wise is Rhodesian, Wilson Kipketer, Wanyoni, Arop, Sedrati, I think Tuol, then Hoppel, then Nigel Amos. That's some big elite running there. Elite. Oh, all in the game. You're on it already. I was just like calculating it myself. Yeah, Japanese. Has there ever been an Olympics with this amount of upsets or surprises? That's hard for me to say right now, to be honest with you, because we're living in the moment now, so it's kind of recency bias. You'd have to go back and look at a lot of stuff. The Jamaican there just cleared in the high jump. Let's see where they are. I think they're at 222. So he cleared it on his second attempt. Beckford, that is. But back to your question, yeah, that's a hard thing to answer, to be honest with you. I can't, off the top of my head, I couldn't give you a good answer on that. Because I'm sure if you go back, there would be a lot of upsets from time to time. Jared Brown says, saw them go through 50-28 and expected it to be a slow time. That's what I was thinking. I didn't think, I was saying it could be a 143 pace, but yeah, different stepping up there. All in the game, one unit, number 3 all time, Arab number 4. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because it's, Rhodesian, Kipketer, Wanyoni, Arab, Sedrati. Even Bryce Hoppel is in the mix now, right? He's 7 or 6 of all time or something like that. Ridiculous. Robert, there's no distance races anymore. They are all sprints. I hear what I understand what you're saying. Not quite, but I do get what you're saying. Yeah. 41-11 from Wilson Kipketer. Kipketer, I mean, I don't know. I still used to think he's the greatest of all time, but that's just probably the era in which I watched him. But special there. He He had that world record for from in '97, and it took Rhodesia until 2012 before he broke it. I think we are on the cusp of potentially getting a few athletes going sub 41 again. Conditions have to be right, but the 800 meters is in a special place, if I'm being honest with you. Thanks everybody for giving your comments and for liking and subscribe. I know all of you are subscribers, but if you're not, if you want to get in the chat, just to subscribe. Novelet Smith Brown says, I'm hoping for Jamaica will one day medal in the middle distance. We do have a very good young athletes coming up. Just hoping they will take this grueling task. If we start on that, Novelet, we'll stay all day, but we'll say something about it. I think up to about 800 meters, I would say Jamaica has the potential to do really good stuff there. Beyond that might be challenging. It's not impossible. I think you have to find the right athletes with the right body types and all of that stuff, and the willingness to do the work. You have to run a lot, and they should be able to do it, but people don't like it. I don't know why, and also culturally, there's not a way of thinking through that stuff. It's less Tamberi there looking good. It's less of a concern to me. While I think they should be doing better up to 800 meters. I mean, 400 meters is disastrous too, if you think about it from on the men's side, in terms of not having enough quality guys going very low, mid to low 44s and going into sub 44 region, given the kind of history of the sport in the country as well. I would also say that I am more upset about that we don't have like a lot more triple jumpers or a lot more, even javelin. That's a kind of explosive stuff that can work. And there are some events that I think they leave on the table. And that's all I'll say for sure. We can get back to it. Yeah. 141.6, no medal. That's the kind of thing that we're living in. And Jared said, don't forget Sebco tied with Nigeria. Yeah, Sebco there too. I didn't want to, Sebco. I mean, I see Sebco and I think he could still run, to be honest with you. I mean, clearly not at this level, but he looked really good. Sebco is up there. He and Nigel Amos has the same time. Yeah, you're right. So we're in a special place there of the 800 meters. All in the Game is responding to Novelet by saying Sherika Young, who has run a few 800, I believe should consider moving up from the 400 and taking over from Natoya, who's not getting any younger. Yeah, that's also the thing. I feel like the transition to top class 800 meter runners and professionally in Jamaica seems odd to me. There's a moment of Keena Sinclair, and it took a while before we got Gould, but you just don't have that legacy. That no one is following those steps, and I think it's possible. It's difficult because you watch a high school championships, which I do, and you see some athletes running, and the times they're not impressive enough to set you to another level, to be honest with you. But I don't think it's lack for talent. It's just that the program and the preparation, you have to know how to do it, and you have to be willing, to run a lot and hard, and it's grueling. That's something that needs a more seismic change in terms of a structural implementation to improve that kind of stuff. That's how I would look at it. Carl said, did Jamaica have a Beckford in high jump before? No, there was a James, not that I recall. I know there's James Beckford in long jump. There might have been a Beckford before, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Jared, do you consider 800 a sprint? No, I mean, only to the extent that you can, if in the truest of sense, it's not a sprint because you cannot sprint for that long scientifically, right? Like, you're just not possible. So that's why even a 400 is not really a sprint, but because you cannot go all out or for that long. So it involves different energy systems and that type of stuff. But I do understand when we look at how fast athletes are going, you're like basically they're sprinting, but in the truest of technical sense, it's not. Hurtado comes out in our Colombian cut hat there. I love it. Uh, All in the game says, hope Donovan Brazier takes this as added motivation to make a comeback, as Hoppel shouldn't have this national record. I forgot about what is he doing? Is he done? Is he done? I mean, he had a lot of talent there, broke on the scene some years ago, just never worked out. He had that injury, right? But what happens there? There's Kitaguchi coming through too. They're introducing the javelin finalist there. Novella is responding to all in the game and say, okay, I really hope she takes up the mantle. Yeah, it's not easy, you know. Javanese says conspiracy theory has it that it's the shoes and the track surface that's partly responsible for these fast time. Well, if you watch my latest video on the track, I don't know if you've seen it. It's on the channel. That may help for some of that stuff. You know, again, this is the Olympic track. I don't know. I mean, it's a better surface according to Mondo than the one they had in Tokyo. Speed wise, we don't know. I mean, I don't think they have a measure for that that's really of good use that you could hang your hat on to say that yeah, it's faster. I think from a traction control, it's a better track, they say. Athletes are saying that too. They feel like they like it. But they worked on that part. So when you plant the spikes in, you don't have to adjust your foot. And so that can help you with the energy, that can help you move faster or be more balanced. But I think it's marginal though. Like when you think about the difference between what previous tracks would look like and what that might look like. So I don't know for sure. You know, we are living in an era where there are better equipment that athletes can use. There's no question about that. The spikes are better. So much so that they are monitoring whether or not they're legal, right? You know, there's stipulation from World Athletics on shoe, whether from marathons or whether for road racing, and obviously for the sprints. I suspect uniforms matter too. Like, there's people talk about that kind of stuff. How much it's just different. It's hard to know. There's a lot more with sports science, a lot more with different types of things that create things. I don't know. Yeah. Novlet says, I also believe the athletes are afraid of training mechanics of the 800 meters. It's really hard. It's tough. No, it's true. But you have to run. 100-meter hurdles coming out. They're going to introduce the athletes soon. This is going to be really quick. The only certainty I usually have here is that Camacho-QUINN will be on the podium in some capacity, but who knows? Yeah, but you have to create the culture, right? Novelet. You have to create a running culture. The same way they create a sprint culture. That's the only way you can do it. When you look at a lot of these running clubs in Africa and you look at especially where they train in high altitude there in Kenya, everybody wants to run. Everybody wants to run. These little kids running around. And it has nothing necessarily to do about their life or anything like that. It's just also the environment is there for that. The world-class athletes go and train and they all want to do it. And it happens, right? I think there's something to be said about, like, eventually we could potentially see tons of African athletes coming through. And we have seen the rise now in the sprints in particular, which they weren't in for a long period of time. And that's probably a telling mark of what will come in the next 10 years to 20 years, the transformation of athletes from the continent across different countries as well. You see Zimbabwe, you see Uganda, you see, like you see sprints, especially in the sprints, Botswana, all these countries coming up, South Africa getting more and more athletes. They have a history, but so I think you got to change some things there. Jared said, do you consider this greater than the 2012 800-meter final? I mean, at some point in 2012, Rhodesia was by himself, right? So But it was a great run to was it Amos? Or what was it? 2012, 800 meters. Like he always put these things on top of my head, and I'm like, no, I have to go into my reserve to remember everything. Yeah, it was Amos, yeah, and then Timothy Kiptum. I It was a spectacle race, obviously, but I don't know what to say. I mean, this is really a nail biter here, right? Because Rhodesia won by distance. Amos ran that ridiculous world junior record, which is up there. Yeah. I mean, here you got a lot more men going sub 42 than in that race there in 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 London. So on the balance of speed alone, you have one, two, three, four guys going sub 142. You know, I don't know. Probably it's a better race, but it's hard to say. All in the game says fingers crossed for all sub 12 fours. If everyone runs sub 12-4 in the final, we're this yeah, we'll be looking at something special here. I was trying to look for my other screen. I didn't turn it on. But anyway, let's see. Robert says Akira looks nervous. You might have to be. You would never know. It's like one of those things. Yeah. Can Camacho-Quinn defend our title? How many people defend Olympic title in hurdles? I can't even remember. That's a really clean start there. Camacho-Quinn Stark looks good. Oh, Alicia Johnson's gone. So does Akira Nugent, already dead there. Oh, did Stark win that? Or SAMBA-MAYELA? Who won that? Not Stark, mean Russell. Did SAMBA-MAYELA win that? Or did Masai did it? Where's Camacho-Quinn here? Masai Russell is the Olympic champion. It's Masai Russell, SAMBA-MAYELA, Jasmine Camacho-Quinn. All sorts of trouble there for Alicia Johnson and Akira Nugent. Oh my God, the hurdles are always unforgiving. Didn't quite get all these athletes running sub 12-4 all in the game, but 1 to 5 did 12, sub 12-5, I guess. 12:33, 12:34, 12:36, 12:43, 12:43, 12:56, 12:93 for Johnson, but she was basically trying to stay in the race. Nugent hit the hurdle on a number of occasions. That was hard to look at, but I thought at one point Camacho-Quinn won it, but then I was looking over and I saw SAMBA-MAYELA, then I saw Masai. Let's see it again here. That was, and Masai hit Hurley, then Grace Stark hit or Johnson hit rather, and just was out of it. The same thing that happened to Daniel Williams kind of happened to Akira Nugent. Those are diving at its best, guys. Diving at its best. Oh my, Akira had to jump out of the way not to crash and die. Oh, look at SAMBA-MAYELA. Our hurdling technique over there was looking good, just reeling it. She dipped too early. That was what SAMBA-MAYELA did. She dipped a little bit too early. She had to run one more step and then dip. Excellent timing on the dip by Masai Russell. That's special there. All in the game, JCQ start Costard. It certainly did. Certainly did. She's Caribbean. She says, Beyond says, wait, Jasmine didn't make it to goal. Nah, it didn't. It looked different, right? Yeah. Nerves to Akira. She ran off the track. I think she just was going too fast, misjudged the timing. And if you hit, I think she hit one first, right? We have to see it again. Sometimes when you hit it, it's a problem, you know. You can't get up there, you know. This is tough. May the best girl win. Flawless techniques win. Technique wins, yeah. Yeah, we have to create a culture of the junior athletes, or we get some athletes from Ken. Hey, some I don't know. You have to create the culture for sure. Yeah. Let's look at this again one more time here on the Devon Charlton too. So Akira hit the first hurdle and that was it. She could not regain her balance. Alicia Johnson there hitting. She also lost it. Jasmine left in the blocks for sure, but she was working over the hurdles. SAMBA-MAYELA should have dipped later. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. Into a headwind, guys. This is why we say the hurdles are hard to call. Exact. Thanks for that. No one is defending the Olympic 100-meter tackle. Yeah, because as far I was trying to wrap my brain, like, no, I don't recall anyone defending this. That's ridiculous. Let me turn on my other screen there. That's Tambiri there. Gotta see what's going on with the high jump final. Let's see where we are in the high jump final. We had 227. Bashim cleared over that. Kerr did it. Shelby has also did it. Stutler is done it too. Where is Tambiri? Ooh, Tambiri didn't clear yet. It's trouble there. The Jamaican has one more attempt. What's this? Let's see. Toboga, age 21, has run 9.86 in the 100, 19.46, the fifth fastest 200 ever, 30.69 in the 300. You have it as a world record, yeah, world best as they would call it, and the 400 in 44.29. Elite level is a generational talent like never seen before. Uh, generational talent before for sure, for sure. I mean, I don't know if we've. It's hard to really know if we've never seen that kind of talent before. I think we've seen that type of talent. The athletes don't always have to do those times to say, yeah, we've that the talent isn't there. He's super special for the generation. He has everything in front of him. Everything in front of him. He can run sub 44. He can run sub 44. I don't think he can run 19.6. Not from what I've seen. But maybe he could with the right training, with the right focus on the 100 meters. It's a lot of work to do that. I don't know if he can do that. I think for sure he could definitely go much faster in the 200. We saw him. It was basically at a 19.39ish there, 19 something. Had he kept running in the Olympics. Yeah, so possibility that he could have gone faster there. How fast in the 200 can he go? I'm not sure. Some people think he could eventually break the world record. It depends. The conditions have to be right. This season is an important season for him. Coming into next season, can he take it to another level? Yeah, but I say 244 for him, not the 100. I think he should not think about the 100. I think he could do the 2-4 the way MJ used to do the 2-4. Yeah, Tamberi there again knocking that off. He's not having a good time. I don't think he'll defend this Olympic title at all. He may not even make it into the top 8 at this road. At this rate. Thanks for the comments, everybody. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like. Uh, Akira looks very nervous, but well done to reach a final. She'll do better next time. Yeah, I don't. The nervous part, I don't know if I see it, to be honest with you. I think she's fine. I think she hit hurdles. She hit hurdles for sure, and that's the challenge. Once you start hitting hurdles, you can't recover because you have to try. If you hit and you're going too fast, you have to adjust, and adjusting is difficult because as soon as you start to adjust, the next hurdle is on top of you. And if you hit them badly and it throws you off, you're just done for you're done for the count. Yeah. I hope she'll take heart with for this. Super talent, obviously, very young, bright future ahead of her. The challenges, the 100-meter hurdles for women is the most competitive race in all of track and field. So that's also a good thing. Means that you could probably pop up and win at any time, but there's no, it's not easy. Twain, how are you doing? Good afternoon to you too as well. Good to have you back on the channel. I didn't ask if you were going to the cricket match in Trinidad, but it seems like rain is just consistently destroying that at the Queen's Park Oval. All in the Game says, can at least beat Noah 1931. I think so. I think Tobago can definitely go 19 threes for, probably right conditions, low. The Jamaican is out. Yeah. So his Olympic uh, dreams are over. Failed at 227. Yeah. Tamberi has one more shot at 227. Let's see if he can do it. If he doesn't do it here, he's gone. Yeah, I think there is a sub. I think he can definitely go 19.3, 19.30, potentially sub 19.30 if everything puts together. If he ever gets to that 43 mark and he can just maintain that speed, then it could be something special. But he has the great capacity to run fast and he has good lung power, I think. Tamberi is out. He's not cleared at 227. And the Olympic champion will not defend his title. Bashir could still win. Bashim, rather. And then, because you remember they shared the gold medal in Tokyo. All in the Game says training partners Jasmine Camacho-Quinn and SAMBA-MAYELA there made the podium. Masai won Olympic title as training partner. Devon won world title with the indoors. Yeah. Tambir woke up vomiting blood today. Oh my God. What do they know what's wrong with him? Because he was hospitalized a few weeks ago. I wonder what happened to him. Men's 5,000 meter final will come up on the track next, guys. Will Inga Britson win this? He has to save his Olympic career. This requires less calculation than what happened. It's already an open space because there's no Cheptegei because they pulled out along with Jacob Kiplimo. So what are we working with here? You know, what are we working with at the 5,000 in terms of the medal podium? I think Hagos Gebret can win, can get on the podium for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those interesting ones. The one here, some of the guys that I had that would feature early, they they aren't there. So maybe Gebret for sure if he gets it right. I don't know if Corrupt can do it. Yeah. And then Cranfisher is here as well. I forgot about him. Yeah, so already on the medal podium at this year's Olympics. Who knows? Kidney stones for Tamberi. Oh, very unfortunate. Carl FB says the Africans are here to take over the sprints. The Caribbean better start doing the distances. Yeah, they should do the distances, not because Africans are taking over the sprint or anybody else. They should do it because the expansion of the sport is necessary. There are people with the ability to do it. It's a track and field region in particular. Obviously, Jamaica is dominant when it comes to that, and probably, and obviously the coaching infrastructure at the youth level is better than most places there in the region. But resources can be piled in at Trinidad. There's other smaller countries that they will pop up with a one or two good athletes every now and again, and it's a responsibility as a region to think about. And I guess that's also the sole point when you think of through Carifta too, that identifying those talented athletes and nurturing them. But I think I wouldn't. I've been calling for this for years as just a casual observer of how we've let talent go away. And yeah, you just look at even a Grenada or so how they're managing on the field events level, right? Are you telling me like world class javelin can't come out of Jamaica or so on? Yeah, so yeah. Robert says Mr. Aragon Jakob. I think he's probably fully in check now. It's 3 years in a row that he has not delivered over the 1500 meters. His baby, an event that you anticipate that he could break the world record in. So I don't know. Jared says I fully expect the Olympic record to be gone. Okay, we'll see. Possible. I don't know. Who do you think will win the 5K? I think Jakob would win it just purely because he wants to save his Olympic Games. Forced off the medal podium is not easy for him. Let's see what Barshim does here. Oh, he makes that over. I think he brushes it, but he got over. All in the game, Caribbean/West African countries need to do a better job producing 800, 1500 meter runners. Facts. We've been saying this for a while. You cannot tell me that they can't pop out tons of 800-meter athletes. It's not that hard. When you look at the high school record books on those things, it's embarrassingly poor. The standards for that is bad. Everything with power, the region should be good in from just for a physical standpoint. obviously it takes money to invest in certain things. So you can't be a great discus thrower if you don't have a great discus program. You can't be good in pole vault if you don't have that kind of stuff. So that's difficult, right? Hammer is the most expensive of the lot to do when you think about it. The 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 field events. Javelin is easier. You just need a space and you need a little run up strip, and you can kids can start pelting that stuff, and you can work through that. I can understand hammer. You have a lot of money to set that up. Pole vault the same, but the discus stuff, field. You just need field, shot put, and we're seeing it coming on. Long jump, triple jump, dime a dozen. We should be having those guys. Dime a dozen. We should have women and men just like lining up so much it's not even funny. And 800 meters is a given for me too. I think you're right on the 15, but I'll be fine with it. But up to 8, you should have a lot more athletes coming through. Willie, good day. Sports talk that got left in the block. Charlton and Jamaica got this is the worst start I've ever seen from Charlton. Congratulations, Charlton, for making the final from a country population of 400,000. Yeah, Bahamas. I said it before, and I don't make it up. And I know for sure, like people might think I'm like, trying to soften the stuff. You need a strong Bahamas in track and field. It gives you an indication of where the sport is as well. As a Bahamas they've literally got more out of the Olympics than any other nation when you look at their the population. Right? It's embarrassing how good you guys have been and continue to produce top class athletes that go into the NCAA system and become professional athletes as well. Yeah. Oh, all in the game says shocking that Jamaica has never produced an elite athlete in particular. Oh yeah, that too. That is actually true. Yeah, jeez. Yeah. Because I think up to a certain level you could develop some, and maybe if they pick up a couple scholarships here and there. I don't know. People don't want to do those events either, too. I don't know. Probably, but they should have been producing better quality athletes there too. I would agree with you on that. It's only 12:50. You mean in reference to the Olympic record? I don't know. I'm not even following the pace right now. We'll see what's going on. I'll get back to that. I'm just in the comment section. I'll get there. Jamaicans generally never take distance seriously. Back in the days, we used to walk by the bakery and buy hot bread when we were doing cross country. Yeah, I love that. Cross country. I hated that stuff. Um, yeah, it's a cultural reshift you need. You need the right people to. You have to be willing to put in the work, which I think they can. They just need to have the setup right. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that, Willie. Appreciate that. Yeah, it looks pretty slow pace right there. Well, 7 laps to go. There are like 6 and change minutes. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. Unless they pick that up, it's gonna be slow. Yeah, Novel was saying to Tambor, thanks for saying that too. All in the game pointed it out as well. Tamberi woke up vomiting, tells of the outbreak of COVID and E. coli. In my opinion, I think it's COVID. He looks weak. Yeah, he looks terrible. I guess he had to defend his title. He wanted to be out there, but he was in no shape to compete at this kind of level. Cross country was boring for me. Anything longer than 1500, I need to really focus. Yeah, you think about it. Does one of the Turner sisters still hold records in Jamaica over distances? I haven't even checked their books recently. Like in 5,000. maybe it's Winshop Graham's wife or something like that. I have no idea, but uh, it just goes to show you that it hasn't kicked on. Novlet says, "Yeah, Akira hit the first hurdle. She tried to recover, but it was not to be. Well tried. We love you no less. No, I think Akira is top class, top class, and I was hoping that her in being in lane 9 there, I thought that would have just took you away from the rest of the crowd. Sort of like how I was previewing, I was saying Samba-Mayela and Akira could potentially do something here. You're far away from everybody else. But except that if you hit your own hurdle, then it creates a bit of a challenge. Curtis went straight in the bar there. I don't even know where the high jump bar is at this stage. Maybe 229 or something like that. It's gone. Let's see where it is. No, it's actually at 231. What am I saying? Uh Bashi Bashi might win back-to-back Olympics. uh yeah, back to the point there on Akira. Yeah, very unfortunate. You never want to hit the hurdles, and sometimes you can hit it and it helps you. Other times you hit it and your life is over. Or you can be Alan Johnson who intentionally hits it and go over. I just never understood that. I never believed that, but it was a thing, I guess. Uh, all in the game. The slow pace is just playing into Jakob's hand. How do they not know this by now? That's what I'm saying. The problem with not the problem. The thing about Jakob is that I think he has issues timing the race. But if these guys are just jogging, he's gonna outsprint them. The problem is he can't outkick the other guys in the 1500 if he doesn't go out. Van Dyke there in the women's javelin. Not bad. Looks like close to 65, maybe 63 or 64. I don't know. 63.93, yeah. Comment here. If the 100 meters is the benchmark for the world's fastest man, how can Lyle's 9.79 give him the title when Keshane ran 9.77? Is 9.79 at the Olympics faster than 9.77 elsewhere? I think those titles are not real titles, obviously. Japa. The best we can say, if we're going to be accurate, is Noah Lyles is the Olympic champion. Kishane Thompson has the fastest time in the world this year. The fastest man alive is Usain Bolt, or or we can be more correct and just say he holds the world record since he's not an active athlete. That I just don't know why. No, I'm not saying you, but why we have this whole circular argument about these things. Being the fastest person in the world is technically not a title. We can't give it out. And we can give it out, it seemingly unequivocally, without someone saying, "Oh, well, hold on here." We can give out an Olympic title. We can give out a world record, and we know what it really means. So I think that's one of those things, to be honest with you. No, Beckford, he's gone a long time. He was out at he failed at 227. Jakob is way out of this now. He has to go wide if he is going to be back into it. This is where you are. Gabriel no is already stepping. Jakob is stepping up in there. That is their high jump so far. Yeah. I'll get back to your comments in a second, guys. Let's see. This is the final lap of the 5,000 meters now. Inga Britson right behind Gebret. And the other Ethiopian is right behind him too. But 250 to go. Jakob has taken the lead. Gebret looks like he's struggling. I don't think he's going to finish this. The Kenyan is coming wide. But Jakob is going to win this because the space is not good enough, and there's no way these guys can outkick Jakob. He has like 15-meter lead on them now. He's opening up, and it's the battle is on for second place. And Grant Fisher is flying like a rocket. Is that Fisher? He does. That is Grant Fisher there getting the bronze medal. Jakob Ingebrigtsen find his way on top of the podium in a way he doesn't leave empty-handed. 13 minutes 13:66 there. Quimoy there from Kenya 13:15. Grant Fisher 13:15. So Grant Fisher has now picked up 2 medals at this Olympics. Jakob, as easy as you like in the end. The pace was too slow. Yeah, 2 bronze medals for Fisher, 5 and 10. Yeah, Jakob won it by a good distance. I agree, Carl. Yeah, for sure. JCQ is the only female sprint hurdler to make the podium 4 years in a row, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's impressive there. That's as good as you get from the sprint hurdlers, if we're being honest. That is as good as you get. Gebret got run out of it, to be honest with you. Novitz, I agree with you. Noah's the Olympic champion. Yeah. That's what you have there, you know? Yeah. Where are we right now? Fisher poised to yeah, I'm trying to get all of the comments. It's not only the Jamaicans who are having a bad championship, so we are not alone in the forsaken France. Sorry to say. No, it's been shocking for a lot of people. Ethiopia is having a shocking championships as well, by their standards. Carl says Kishane is still the world's fastest man until someone else runs faster, or ran faster. All in the game, Jamaica's had a real shocker on the track in this Olympics. Yeah. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. Everything. You got athletes who, a large majority of the athletes in the hurdles got struggles in some capacity, whether it was Malik James King, Daniel Williams, Rashawn Clark, Akira today. In the sprint, in the 110 hurdles, everything that could go wrong went wrong. Then you had injuries to the 2 of the big 3. Then you couldn't necessarily explain the 4x1 for men. A lot of challenges there. This is when you just have to just take a draw and just a step back and just hope that it won't happen again. You have to regroup and come back for the World Championships in Tokyo. Well done in the field events, obviously, but on the track, yeah, shocking. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, and Noah is arrogant. I thought Letzili was really interesting in his various interviews. He can't be the face of track and field. And then the one he did where he was like, Noah is the fastest man in the world, so I wasn't sure how I would beat him. That is shade at his highest level there by Letzili Tobago. Oh yeah, let me put this is the Grant Fisher got 3rd there. So yeah, I have the results up. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Please, please, ETH, come back soon. Yeah, we hope that Elaine will get back to full fitness, and let's see what we get from there. That's the only thing. Yeah, I don't even want to go beyond that right now. I think for athletes, especially for her, because she's had sustained injury for the better part of her career, which has forced her out of all the major championships outside of the two Olympics that she went to, and then obviously this one. You just have to hope that there's a way that she can get back healthy. I think there's a few more years in the career. I don't think her career might last as long as a Fraser Price, but nobody's career can really last that long. There's only a few athletes who can do that. So you would say it's possible that she could do another cycle, potentially doing one event if she wants to go into the next Olympics. It might be a stretch, but if she could get back healthy, you could see her in Tokyo next year. Who knows, right? But you have to be healthy, and if you're not healthy, it's problems. You can't do the work, and then the realization starts to step in as you get older. Once you touch 30 and you start moving beyond there, it's increasingly hard to maintain the intensity. You start to pick up more niggles. It's tough. But I do hope she gets back fit so she can finish off the career in the way she would want to go out, right? You don't want to go out because injuries forced you out, but sometimes that's the harsh reality of sport where you just never get what you get what you get sometimes. But I do hope so too. I wish Sharika Jackson the very best too. I hope she'll be back. I suspect she'll be back come next year. She has some years left too, I suspect. But there's a lot of new talent coming through. Sports gets tougher when you start, especially in the sprints, when you start to move up in age and to continue to pound the body the way that you normally do. It's never easy. Carl says, I really did like the shade from Tobago. Yeah, yeah. Novel said, I'm so over this Olympics. Everything is so wrong. It's eating me up. Yeah, it's one of those things. Good of Sagai back again. If anybody is having a shocking championships, it has to be Good of Sagai. Ain't no way. She's everything is gone wrong for Good of Sagai. Every single thing. And she is one of the all-time greats we're looking at in front of our faces. Shocking if by every level. Do you think Shelley will continue after the Olympics? I didn't think so, to be honest with you, Carol. But then when she did that interview and she says, it's my last Olympics, so as if she had more in the tank. I think Shelley's the type of person who don't want to leave unfinished business, right? She would love to leave it on the track. But I suspect they'll have to reevaluate, right? If she has the motivation, maybe she can try again. But I don't at this stage. I have to be honest with you. I'm shocked that Chilean even stayed around this long. It's just like, how do you do that? How do you work this hard for so long when you've been to the mountaintop on multiple occasions? You have the greatest assembled medal haul in the 100 meters that anybody would bite their hand off to get even half of it. She's a 5-time world champion with a bronze medal to boot. She's a 2-time Olympic champion, an Olympic silver medalist, an Olympic bronze medalist. Individual medals we're talking here, over the 100-meter alone. No one is coming close to that, man or woman. There's absolutely no one that can rack up those kind of numbers. We haven't seen them right now. I mean, so for her to decide to come back next year is just next level to me. I don't. That's a kind of mental focus that we ought to study, because it's a serious outlier there when it comes to that. I mean, these Italians here are saying they want to get on the medal podium in the absence of Tambiri. Interesting. We're now at 234. So two guys, 2:34. All right, so we're gonna get to the 1500-meter final right now. Let's get the lineup up. All in the game says, can Fate three-peat like Crows and Thiam? I think Fate can. I think this is our hardest one yet. Jessica Hall for me on the podium. Can Welter get on the podium? I don't know what he'll get from. I think Goodoff is having such a shocking Olympics that I can't even. At this stage, I don't even see it. If Fate was to three-peat here, it would be over. I mean, she's already the greatest 1500-meter runner we've ever seen. I believe. Goodoff's a guy already making a move as if she's gonna go all the way. So she's taking it out. Sagai's gone on like a 2 meters. Well, not 2 meters, but she's there. Ellie St. Pierce following her. Jessica Hull. Kipiegan there. Carol, unfinished business. Maybe she wants to retire in front of home country. Yeah, I figured you meant unfinished business. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. I mean, what Goodoff is doing here, I don't know if it's a good strategy. She's pushing this very hard. Yeah, all in the game is already saying it. Sigai will blow up. She's moving too fast. Fate Kipiegan already is up on her. Yeah. If she were to win this, it would be one of the great runs. Laura Muir there in the back. She's way in the back. I'm surprised at that. It's 59 for 400 meters. Is this an 800 meter they're running or what? Every event Sigai competes in, she looks like the pacemaker. Right now, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I'm surprised that Fate went with her that easy. Jessica Hall, I think, is in the most prime position, and I like her sprint kick this year. I'll get to the rest of the comments in a second, guys. Let's watch the final of the last few of this. Fate is right up on Kipiegan. Fate is up on Goodoff there. But I already look at the face of Goodoff there from the side angle, and she doesn't look happy. She doesn't look happy. Laura Moore rear in the back there. I think she's done unless she can find a kick. This pace is ferocious. Moore hasn't got the legs to do it, I think. Yeah, she's out there. I don't know if she can do anything. Robert said Hiltz will win. Michelle says go Fate. So Kipiegan in the league. Sega is way back already. She's dead. That was a terrible strategy. So Fate is on a course right now to an unprecedented 3 Olympic titles. Sagai will not finish this race. She's dead last. Welter is there. Jessica Hull. Georgia Bell. Is that Georgia Bell? Yeah. And Laura Moore just made a big step up there. Maybe that was what was happening all in the game. Maybe Sagai was trying to help Welter. Maybe they ran in pack. And Fate Kipiegan is on course now to this unprecedented run. And Jessica Hull is on a sprint. But nobody is going to catch the greatest 1500-meter runner the world has ever seen. Fate Kipiegan, 3 titles in a row. She's on course to a really super time. Is it going to be a world record? No, it's not. Jessica Hull with the silver medal, and I think that was Bell there for the bronze, just pipping it on the end. Olympic record by Faith Kipiegan. She is the greatest that we've ever seen. A woman that's also come back from giving birth. The Queen, look at that. It's Faith Kipyegon, 351.29. That's an Olympic record. Jessica Hull, we've said it all season, never left Faith, ran the same way. I have never seen Faith Kipyegon this elated in a long time, as if she just did something that, as if it was a massive relief. The woman has just done something special here. And Hull, 352.56. Georgia Bell there, 352.61, a national record for the GB. Welter personal best, 352.75. Laura Moore with a late burst, but not good enough, stayed far away from the pack, 353.37. A convincing lead as you like. Michelle says, go Fate kick. She did kick all in the game. And I was like, yes, Fate. Java says, Lies is a drama queen, hence why many don't buy into his 200-meter post-race antics, which seems designed to steal Tobogo's moment, claiming that he lost because of COVID. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would have won anyway. Congrats, Fate. Another record run. Big up my girl. Novelet Smith Brown says that. Georgia Bell is Keel. Yeah, she is Keely's training partner. What's Keely's coach again? I keep forgetting the dude's name. He has a really good setup there. And I think Jenny Meadows is there too in an advisory role as well, right? No photo shoot. Big time running there. Yeah, 351 Fate's record run. I think Fate again will break the world record. She probably will break it one more time to just put it out. She can hit it again on the Diamond League. I mean, GB has been doing good running to the distances. Somewhere in the stadium is Sebco, and he's probably super happy. Speaking of Sebco, he has one more season, right? As World Athletics president, or maybe 3 more years. I think, yeah, the marketing of the sport is still a problem for me. Oh, that's a good jump there by Mark Ewing. Where are we in the high jump? Let's check that out. He went over 234 in his last attempt. So we're going to go up to 236 next for sure. 4 men remaining in the high jump. With the exception of Fisher, good to see US getting shut out. Shut out, rather. Sorry. Yeah. I like Grant. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. Trevor Painter. Yeah, Trevor Painter. Yeah. And Jenny Meadows, who are... I didn't realize they're married. Thanks for saying that. They have been doing some good stuff there. Carl says, I can't stand Sebco. Sebco, man. Like I mean, on a different day we can discuss this too. I think he really feels as if they've done a lot of work to push the sport forward. And I have to be honest with you, I don't even agree. I disagree 100%. I don't expect him to personally do it, but I think you need another type of team of people to really capitalize on the sport. They didn't do it in the Bolt era. Somehow I get this impression that they didn't like it. They liked it, but they also probably didn't like it was the kid from Jamaica dominating the world and the attention. That's my take on it. I could be wrong. I don't have any evidence to say otherwise, but they never pushed the sport. They haven't used them post retirement in any kind of capacity to continue to push the sport. Puma's used boat more than anything. I guess he's still signed to them. He probably got a lifetime contract, but still, he's not gone to every nook and cranny. He's not everywhere doing kind of an ambassadorial role that you could have used. Barshim here knocking over at 236. Shelly has done it all. She has zero to prove. 1000%, if we could ever have a 1000%. She as much as goat, sprinting goat as both, even more so. Yeah, definitely the goat over 100 for me. So, so Sotal there from Italy struggling to go over 236. Bashim's clean card is ridiculous. Yeah, look at that. It's clean until uh he got to 236. McEwen here, if he clears this, he would have to go to 238 to potentially win it. Because if he clears this, he'll. Because Barshim and Stotel has already gone one clearance, one miss already at 236. Oh! Shelby McEwen has just gone over 236 on his first attempt. He is taking the lead in the men's high jump. I agree with you, just like how they did this Christy. Yeah. Yeah. Shelley's last Olympics, not last competition for this year. Yeah. Carl says muck about with the Diamond League formula made everything worse. The creep. Yeah. Diamond League interesting. That's why I'm also wondering what we'll see with all these new things that this Michael Johnson stuff and all of that. Whoa! Hermish Carr just went over 336 too. Era record that for New Zealand, right? I'm just seeing that. Yeah. He looked good there. So Kerr basically takes the lead because he had a clean card at 234. So the New Zealander there, interesting. So we're definitely going to 238 at some point. That's nice high jumping right now. Nice high jumping for sure, guys, because we're definitely going 238 for two men. They're going to have to attempt that. Can we get all four going to 238? Yeah, I want to see what will happen to close that point out, Carol, about this influx of different competitions when as it relates to the sport. I don't know. Can they capitalize on this Olympic stuff? World Athletics is also fidgeting with ending the season come next year with some culminating event. Will that improve the sport in any kind of significant way? The problem with the track and field thing is not people like you and us as fans or consumers of the sport. It's just that you have to get it to a bunch of other people who don't really watch. So, like, there are all these people who got jazzed up over the Olympics. How many of them are going to become big time fans that they'll watch the Diamond League for the rest of the season and also do make every attempt to watch the World Championships next year in Tokyo? How many of them are going to do that? And I put it to you, it's going to be very small percentage. And as such, there lies the continuance of why I say this is a poor person sport. It's just not for the athletes. It's just not getting into the. into the hearts and minds of a lot of people who can spend money in the sport in order to pay the athletes more and in order to make it much more of a spectacle. Uh, yeah, McEwen running, he did well. Will Sydney run the 4x4? Yeah, she should be on it. Let me see the starting lineup in a second. Unless something is off. But before we get at the men, let me see what's on the US men lineup. Yeah, there is no Hall. So it's Chris Bailey, Noah Wood, Bryce Deadman to Rai Benjamin. This is an opening for Zimbabwe, guys. For Botswana, rather. Look at the opening there for men. So Botswana has Letsile Tebogo and Anka. That is going to be interesting. That is interesting. I get to that, Valerie, in a second. But appealing to wider audience shouldn't discourage long. No, I don't think so. I think there's a we are the market. People who watch the sport all the time, people who pay for whatever, depending on where you live, for subscription packages and so on, and who try to go to events. I think I think as good as they're gonna get there. Now you got to go now and say the Olympics, the track and field portion of the Olympics is the biggest part of the Olympics. The IOC may not like that, but that's what happens. So there's millions of people around the world watching, millions of people who go to these events to watch. Can World Athletics turn some of them who are only watching track and field during the Olympic year, the people who annoy a lot of you guys here, who start to run their mouth off in an Olympic year, saying, "Oh, this person will do this," and they just start watching track 2 days ago. Those are the people who you have to then take on and say, can we siphon them off to become real hardcore fans like most of you here? And they become students of the game and they watch and they spend their money and they go to events. That's how you get the sport bigger too. That's a hard challenge. It's not easy. I also say, and I've been saying it for years, I haven't figured out the answer to this yet, is that for most events in track and field, it's hard to it is very hard to explain that to an individual who is not steep in the sport. So, like when you see the steeplechase and someone runs sub 9 minutes or subs, whatever, women or so, you're like, how you explain that, right? To a normal person. When the javelin goes 90 something meters, how is that different when you explain that for 80 meters? Not only the distance, but the physical ability, the rarity of some of these things. Even 100 meters is hard to explain. You get a lot of people come on here and they see the next fast guy, and the first thing they're like, "Oh, I think tonight this guy's going to run 9.5," as if 9.5 is something that we expect people to get up and run every day. It's not. Like, it's difficult to explain some of these things, and I think we have to. I am willing to accept, because 99.99% of the time I watch track and field, I don't listen to it. I just watch it. So I don't even know what they're saying on NBC, on my channel over. I don't even know what's going on. I just watch. I am willing for them to come and say all sort of stuff on television to appeal to a broader audience, just to make the sport bigger. Because I think this is one of the greatest things you'll see. A wholly they attract me to see every different type of athletic competition. I'm willing for them to talk garbage to appeal to people. And I'll just shut my ears and just watch. Valerie says, "How are you doing? Too many doping in the US. Read the IOC report." Said the US is cheap. So it's interesting. I know the report you're talking about, and this is one of the ways in which they went after some people by allowing athletes to continue to compete when they know that they were in violation of the sport. Interesting. We gotta unpack that in some other details, but WADA and USADA are not seen eye to eye right now. Stuttle is out now. Novel says Bashim had a bad spitting habit on screen. It turns my stomach. He needs to do better. No, they get to put Quincy to end the relay. Where is it? Yeah, so right now the US has to go with Chris Bailey on start, Vernon Norwood on second, Bryce Deadman, Ry Benjamin. So Hall is done. He's injured. So the rumors of him being hurt is actually true. I think this is opening up now for Botswana. It's a potential that it could work. Tobago versus Ryan Anka, all in the game is saying it's gonna ridiculous. It's gonna be ridiculous. Michelle Kingston said, "I do watch track and feel all year round. World Youth coming up in a few weeks. Wait, I know that's what I'm saying. I'm not. It's not about you, Michelle. Right? You are the exception, right? Like everybody, most of the people on this live and people who are in the chat are hardcore fans. We aren't the ones that will turn the sport into a mega sport for the outside the Olympic years, right? Because we just watch, like we're looking for it. All the guys who are gonna go to Ecuador. Is Ecuador holding U19? Is Ecuador or Peru? Yeah, all those people that are going there. Yeah, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch NCA. We're gonna watch all sort of track. But most millions of these people here with money in their pockets aren't doing it. Ah, I'm gonna. Is there a different one from the one that they had earlier? Is this an IOC one or the one that WADA had? Ah, because I read the initial article about the one and the report. The entire doping ecosystem formed in U.S. under government indulgence investigative report finds. Okay, I'll have to look at this one again. If it probably is a continuation from the other stuff that we saw, right? Only two more track events, guys. The 4x4 for women, well, for men first, and then not, what am I saying? Not, where am I here? Oh, I missed that. Makio and that is, yeah. So we're going to have 4x4 for men and women. Let's see the women lineup. They haven't put the lineup yet. Barshim exit. Well, what a final, according to Novin. Let me check that again. Oh, yeah. Barshim is out. He at 238, right? He had one attempt there. So I saw him on the track here, but I didn't even, I took my eyes off of it. So he'll get a bronze medal. And so the goal is between Kerr and McEwen. Is it Kerr or Carr? How does he pronounce it? I don't know. Yeah, so this is where the medals will go between these guys. Kerr, McEwen, Barshim already got the bronze medal there. Has to be. How old is he all in the game? Is he 21, 22? How old is he? He's young, right? Let me check. I don't remember how old is he. His age, rather. Oh, he's older than I thought he was. He's 26. Yeah. But yeah, he has some time. Yeah, he might be there. Oh, I forgot about the women's javelin. I have not given that any love this evening, to be honest with you. Let's get an update on the women's javelin. Kitaguchi in the lead, Van Dyke. Andrea Czech is gone, right? She was there last Olympics, right? So it's Kitaguchi, Van Dyke, Ogron Dignikova at 61.45. All right, let's see what McEwen can do here on the high jump. Oh, nah. Not enough height, not enough pace for McEwen there. So he failed at a second attempt at 2:38. He's probably tired. At this stage, your legs are tired. Yeah, so two more things on the track coming up. Michelle says Barshim know what it is to be in a jump off. Yeah. Yeah, too bad he's done now. He's bronze medal for him for sure. Which is, I mean, amazing career for Barshim, like one of the all-time greats. Some years ago, he could have gotten close to, or he did. I don't know if you call it close, but he was in a form where he could have potentially, gotten close to the Sotomayor world record because he has a 2:43. I mean, he would never be anywhere close to that now, but he did do that 2:43 in the Diamond League, right? Was it Diamond League in 10 years ago, probably? Yeah. Uh, he did that 2:43. So yeah, I mean, he goes down as one of the very best to do it. Uh, and to be honest with you, the fact that he the fact that he even shared the Olympic title in Tokyo was special. Unless he did it because at that point he didn't want to go in a jump off because he had never won an Olympic title that at that point yet. But because he had those two silver medals from the two previous in London, he had a silver, and in Rio. So to get silver, a gold medal that he shared with Tambiri last time, and a bronze medal now, that's outrageous. And he has what, three or four, maybe three world titles, I think, and a bunch of other medals. One of the most successful careers in all the high jump we've ever seen. I mean, probably the best. I think he had about three world titles. I don't know. Going close to the world record. What can we say about Barshim? He's up there. All in the game says Kitaguchi with 2 goals, 1 bronze in the last 3 global championships. Yeah, she too, super athlete. Yeah, super athlete. Uh, why is the US not using Quincy Hall or Vernon? No, they're using Vernon. I think at least I saw Vernon on the thing, Unless I got him. Yeah, Vernon is on second leg. So let me put it back up. It's gonna be Christopher Bailey, Vernon Norwood, Bryce Deadman, and Ry Benjamin to anchor, which is setting up a super anchor with Let's See Tobago. So if Botswana could keep it close, I would love to see that. Uh, we'll see what we get there. Great Britain looking good too. Hudson Sprint on second leg. I think they want to try to give them a chance. Charlie Dobson uh, anchors. Good to see Zambia in the final, Japan in the final, South Africa in the final. Three teams from the continent in the final. You know, Belgium always there. Two Borley brothers still around. Yeah. The Hall thing I heard, all in the game could probably say something about it. He said something yesterday about injury. I haven't checked out on it. Yeah. All in the game. US aren't risking a Sid versus Femke anchor leg. Sid is on second leg with Femke on anchor. Oh, they put it out as well. Let's see. Yeah. It's out there. Let me put that up too. They probably want a big lead. It makes sense to have a big lead. So little starts for the US, then Sidney McLaughlin, Laverne, Gabby Thomas on third leg, and Alexis Holmes on anchor. Lika Klava starts for the Netherlands, and Femke anchors. I think by the time Femke gets this, it'd probably be a bit too much. Stacey and Williams for Knight, Salmon, and McPherson. That means nothing there from Nikisha Price. So it's clear that she's definitely injured, right? Did anybody get an update on Nikisha Price? Did what happened there? Is she hurt? Adeleke there for Ireland. I think Ireland could do something. They did look good at the European Championships. Let's see. GB, Amba Annin on anchor. Nielsen, Jurgen, Ahorogu starts. It's going to be interesting there. Interesting. Carl says, thank God for the Jamaican athletes. At least they put some shine on Jamaica this time around. It's interesting. Novlet says, I love your channel, not toxic and hateful. I try not to be. I promise to stay that way, but you know, if things happen, it happens. But yeah, I don't. We try to be grounded in the way we're doing it. You know, I mean, McPherson's been around for a long time. Hopefully, she can run a good leg. There is no. This is an interesting thing. They haven't used Janelle at all. I thought Janelle wanted to run in this 4x4. She's not being used, and I didn't get an update from Price. Yeah. Yeah, Peru for sure. Yeah, I remembered after a while. I'm happy that the US decided to go to Peru too. I'm gonna try and watch some of that, obviously, as best as I can. Maybe we can do some review shows or a couple watch alongs if we get time. Yeah. Let's see. High jump is in the closing stages right now. So there's gonna be need for a jump off in this high jump. A second jump off for the high jump gold medal. Yeah, they got to do that. Thanks. Yeah, Carl just put that up. Hermishker, they're getting a bit of tips from the coach. My watch says you got to stand up. I've been standing for the last few hours. Kitaguchi, is that Kitaguchi? Kitaguchi with a gold medal. A fantastic end to the women's javelin. That's the finalist there. Back-to-back gold medals here for her. Well, at the World Championships and here. I think they have to jump off. Didn't they change the rules on the sharing of medals thing? I don't think you can do it anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe they changed the rules on it. I think you have to jump off. They could have. I believe they changed the rules. I don't remember off the top of my head. There's gonna be a jump off. No sharing of gold medal. Ridiculous. It's better to share a medal than gaining a simple. Yeah. If Japan can win javelin, Jamaica can have a try. I don't have my sound here. I would just like give that a good sound too, Carl. Obviously, I agree 100%. Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah. It's a jump off. They can agree to share. I thought they changed the sharing thing. I could. I maybe I made that up. But Kerr is going here. Hits that. So McEwen fail at 238 again. It's just a one jump, right? Haruka Kitaguchi, man. Fantastic athlete. Her emergence is, I hope, in Japan will lead to a bunch of young girls wanting to throw the javelin. And boys as well. Yeah. Massive title there for her. So Adnan Rikiwa there also just to do the job, and Van Dyke there from South Africa. And Kitaguchi ringing the bell, ecstatic as she should be. Excuse me. So Kerr there, all in the game is saying a lot of field events throws have been won by second attempt, not much last round drama. That's true. I mean, I guess we got that count back there. Kerr misses there as well. They're not clearing that tonight. They are tired. I can't see it happening. So now the bar goes down to 236. One attempt. So McEwen gets a chance to go at 236. If he gets it, then Kerr has to get it on his first attempt. Otherwise, the gold medal goes to McEwen. And if he misses and Kerr gets it, then he wins the gold medal. Bit of drama here in the Stade de France. Kerr on the ground trying to catch his breath. At this stage, you're like pancakes. Drama all in the game is saying, yeah, it is. It is. It's a dramatic end to the final field events of the Paris Olympics. And McEwen had cleared this, I think, on his first attempt the first time. So yeah, let's see if he has anything there. He doesn't have anything. He lands straight into that. He has no. There's no ups left. It's just too much for the body at this stage. Uh, Carl says all Alfred may have a pop at the 100-meter record. I think she's brilliant. Uh, I don't know about that one yet, Carl. I can't see it yet. There's. Let's get her to. Let's see if she can go to 10-6 before we even start thinking about that kind of stuff. I don't. Yeah, that's. I don't know if any. I don't think anybody is getting close to that 100-meter world record. It's. I don't know. It's that. It's the harder of the two FloJo world records. It's. Yeah, I can't see it. But I would love it though. I think I would love it because I don't think that record should be on the books because it's just. I, I think the wind was just acting up that night in Indianapolis. I've said it about a million times. World Athletics did a study, then IAAF. They didn't change it. I think it's. I think it's artificial. Kind of rub for me, Evelyn Ashford, because she would have had a world record for much longer. Kerr also misses at 3:36. Those guys are done. I think this jump off stuff and in the end risk injury. That's what I'm saying. Chris, what's up, man? Good morning from Chris in Australia. 5 a.m. here. Saw Hull got 1500-meter silver. Fabulous from her. Fabulous from Jessica Hull. I called it all season. I had her right behind Faith Kipiegan in my preview predictions. Yeah, the relays are coming out. Yeah, everyone's yeah, the relays are coming out. It's should be fantastic. Injury has made a way that they might be very competitive here in the 4x4. I would love to see this. Botswana could potentially do something. So we got all 9 lanes here for the 4x4 for men. Let me get that. Actually, let me get that again. So they're gonna South Africa in 1, Japan 2, Zambia 3, the United States 4, Belgium 5, Botswana 6, Great Britain and Northern Ireland 7, France 8, Italy 9. Jared Brown says people have been saying that Tibogo will run a 42-9 split. I think All in the Game said something like that. I hear you, Carl. But it's one of those things. I think we have to fight people of the sport have to ask the question about what you think is acceptable difference for photo finish. Likewise for even takeoff on the jumps. Like how much camera angles do you want to go down to get an accurate description? Because the cameras can do it. It's that part is more of an agreement with the various stakeholders, including fans, about what do you believe should separate athletes when it's that close. The finish, the photo is fine. Lyles had it a little bit quicker than everybody else, than Kishane. But is it appreciable enough for us to say that? And it's one of those things. Jared said, yeah, wait, Tobago and Anchor. Yep, he's on Anchor. This will be epic. Rye versus Tobago as Anchor, according to Jared. It is. Hi, Debbie. Hopefully you're doing well. Jared is asking, do you think Tobago should try the 2-4 double? I've been saying that. I think he has the best chance of doing times over both that would be akin to Michael Johnson. I don't know how much below sub 44 potential he has, but yeah. Yeah, but you have to cross with the torso first, Carl. So it's it's one of those things. Yeah, that's not how they measure it. There's a shot of Quincy Wilson in the stands there. He must be one of the most famous 16-year-olds. All in the game. If USA loses both 4x1 and 4x4, ask NBC how it would work out. I mean, this is gonna be ridiculous here. I want to see this. Tobago and Anchor. Yeah. Yeah, he has to run all the way. Has to dip right. I thought if SAMBA-MAYELA dipped better tonight, should have won. But I could be wrong on that. It could be my angle from there. And they're off in the men's 4x4. Let's see what we get, guys. Great Britain looks good there. France looking decent. I don't know. Botswana in the mix as well. Where's the USA? They have to run harder on the home stretch here for the USA. But Botswana looking good. France doing well. We got to check on the changeover, obviously. So you have to run in lanes all the way around on the changeover. I think USA may have handed over first. I don't know. Botswana is there too. Oh, thanks for clearing that. So that's Botswana is in the lead right now. He's taking a while to go over to lane one, but he finally is in lane one. Hudson Smith there, Vernon Norwood, and the Botswana team looking really, really good right now. The Botswana guys digging deep. Hudson Smith is dying, but Vernon Norwood is coming back through. Botswana still hands over first. USA taking the lead now, it looks like. A shot there of the Borley guy. I don't know why. So USA in the lead. Bryce Deadman. Is that Bryce Deadman? Yeah, he's trying to open up. The Team GB guy there hanging to Botswana there. USA has a significant lead. The kind of lead that is there. I don't know if it was a 43-9 split, but it looked really fast. I haven't checked it all in the game. I'm just watching. Botswana still in the mix. This is going to be a dogfight. This is going to be ridiculous. Rai Benjamin versus Let's See Tobago. Who has the fresher legs? This is going to be amazing, guys. Rai Benjamin, Tobago right behind him. Tobago, Rai Benjamin always get these legs to just run easily. This is going to be a super, super race. Look at that race right now. Rai Benjamin checking, Tobago coming. Can Tobago find legs? He can't find those legs. Rai Benjamin almost neck and neck with Tobago. Are they going to dip at the line? Oh my God. 2:54:44. That's a new Olympic record for the United States. Just barely over holding off. Let's see, Tobago. That is amazing. Let me put that up. Hold on. Look at that, guys. Tobago on a 43:03 leg. Rai Benjamin 43:13. Deadman did all the work. Deadman and Norwood look like they did all the work there for the US. But the guys from Botswana ran really, really well as well. That was a really, really good, excellent championship there for Rai Benjamin. Congratulations to Tobago too and Botswana. That is a massive run there from those guys. Dogfight, according to all in the game, Carl was calling for Botswana. 43-9 on the first. It was more like a 44-3, 44-5. Yeah, no one can run a 43-9 on the first. Not when you have to go around on the corner, I would think, in terms of, 8 races in his legs. Oh, yeah. The amount of races that Let's see Tobago did at this championship. Amazing fight, experience. I guess you're talking about Rai there. I thought Tobago had something extra, but obviously Rai is in super shape. The guy ran 46-46 yesterday. Tobago had to run all these races. Maybe if he had rested, he would have had a little bit more. But no complaints. That's a national record, era record for Botswana, 2:54:53. That's up there. That's super running. That's top 10 right there. That's probably number 4 on the list, right? Or number 5 on the list. I'll have to check in a second. Jared said Rai got revenge for Noah. I don't know about that. I can't even see that. Rai got what they wanted. Tobago had 8 races in his legs and split 43-03. No, dude is superhuman. Let's see the Tobago next level. Novlet says Tobago ran a blistering leg for silver. USA won 4x4. Carol, gold for New Zealand. Oh, yeah, that just happened, right? I'm not even paying attention. Let's see. It is, yeah. So Hermish Kerr wins the gold, clearing 2:36 era record. Shelby McEwen picks up the silver, 2:36, and Mustaz Bashim, another medal for bronze. One of the greatest we've ever seen. If this is the last time we see Bashim, we should savor this. A man that's gone 2:43. That's outrageous. A man that's won Olympic title, 2 silver medals, and a bronze medal now. 3-time world champion over the high jump, including a silver and bronze. His podium is up there. His medal case rather is just filled with lots of medals. One of the greatest we've ever seen, Barshim. Yep, experience Rai. Novet said yes. Kerr won the gold. USA silver. Rai also had 3 races in his legs to Tobago 7. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Botswana will think we can get some more 400 guys, and push this along. Oh, the French guy got kicked off the track there. Ooh. Maybe some disqualifications may happen. I don't know how that happened. I have to see it again. Here's the splits. I'll put up the splits for you, Jared. Here's the splits. So it was 44-50 for Bailey. Enduri did a 44-30 on his leg. Then Norwood did a 43-30. And Kebinap Shipier, if I pronounced that correctly, did a 43-4. and it was 43-5, 43-8, and Rye did 43-13, and Tobago split 43-0-3. Robert says, I was hoping Tobago got the button ahead of Rye. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, this is pretty close, guys. This is 254-43 to 254-53. It doesn't come much closer than that in a 4x4. Great Britain got the bronze for the men's 4x4. One more event on the track. This is your lineup for the women's 200 final. 4x4, sorry. Canada, Belgium, Ireland, the Netherlands, United States, Great Britain, and Northern Ireland, Jamaica, France. Femke Bol and Anka, Sydney McLaughlin runs the second leg for the United States. I didn't even see that. I wasn't even paying attention to that all in the game. You're right. Jared said Noah finally has competition with Tobago. Yeah, I mean, it was coming. I mean, I think Tobago his ceiling is much higher. He's younger. Hudson Smith split 4-3 flat. I think it's yep, 4-3 flat. Interesting. Novlet Smith Brown says, a blistering leg from Tobago. Congrats to all the medalists. Olympic record for United States. Yeah. Gabby Thomas, I think she's going to run something outrageous on that leg too. Sydney. I think by the time Femke gets this, the US is hoping it's like a 20-meter lead. I don't know what kind of shape Femke is in now. Jared said 4 people might split sub 4-8. Rashidat Adeleke runs the second leg for Ireland. They look good recently. What can they get out of her? Lika Klava needs to run a big leg here. Peters and DeWitt has to do. They have to run good too. But I don't know. I think this should be The US should have such a commanding lead that it's I don't even know how to think about it. Chris says 4x4 and 4x1 Australian national medals in 1974 in Sydney, but big vomit both times. Yeah, it's not playing. They don't play. They don't play when you do that stuff. I guess finishing the top four doesn't matter for US. Despite Makwala is not running, he will be happy for the silver. Yeah, I mean he paved the way for those guys, right? The question is, what kind of lead will America have on the final leg? Yeah, different level of work nowadays, but you have to feel the pain. The 400 meters was probably the most painful thing on the track. At least the French have finalists in both finals. He is very rare find. If someone asked me if I ever had acid in the 70s, I had lactic acid. Funny, Chris. Uh, 11 people split 43s in the men 4x4 final. I mean, it was one for the ages, right? Yeah. All right, let's see where the medals go here. I bet you Sydney does something ridiculous here. Yeah, he's generational talent. Hi, Doreen. Thank you so much for coming on. Hopefully you had a good time at church. And they're off there. Shamar Little running really well. She's making a slight stagger, but it's hard to tell. Williams is already up on the athlete from France. She's leading really well, but she has to go all the way on the curve to hand off. So the others will come into it soon. But Williams running a really good leg there for Jamaica. Shema Alita coming down really, really well now, making up all the ground. The US is going to hand over with a big lead to Sidney McLaughlin, who is just going to extend this, you'd think. So US hands over first, then Jamaica, Netherlands, it seems like a little bit together. The Irish, Rashidat Adeleke has it as well. Sidney McLaughlin already with about 15, 20-meter lead, and she hasn't even cut over straight in yet into lane one. McLaughlin, yeah, oh my God. The lead already from Sydney is outrageous. It is so big that we might as well go home. Oh my God, the Jamaicans lost the baton. Oh my God. You cannot write the script for what's happening at these championships. Sidney McLaughlin with a massive lead here. Adeleke will hand over second. The Dutch third. I, I, I can't believe what we saw there with Jamaica. It's like a 40-meter lead on this thing right here. I mean, the US are on course to are they trying to break the world record? Gabby Thomas is opening up the lead even more. Sydney split 47-70 on her leg. Oh my God. It's over by everything. 47-70, yes, for Sydney. Amber Hanning has it. Ireland in second. Lika. This is world record pace right here. I don't know if they'll do it. The US team has assembled something outrageous. It's so big, it's not even funny. It won't go to world record, but it's going to be a national record for sure. It's probably going to be the second fastest time ever. They're not even in the picture. It's very close to a world record. It's going to be 3:15 or 3:14 here. 3:15.27. Femke comes in for the second. Great Britain bronze. It's a tenth of a second outside of the world record there. That's the second, because isn't the world record like 3:15.26? Look at that. Gabby Thomas split 49-30. Alexis Holmes 48-77. 49-50 for Shamar Little. 47-70 from Sydney. That's like a steam engine right there. Femke at a 48-60. All 50s for the Netherlands there. 48-92 on her for Amber Anning on her split. Adeleke at 49 flat. And the Jamaicans didn't even finish. Let's see how she lost the baton. Oh, the baton hit Adeleke. So the baton hit Adeleke and went out of the hand. She was carrying the baton this way, though. It has to be this way. Even if you protest, Robert, it's not going to do anything. They tried to break this world record. Let me see something. Isn't that like just outside of the world record? Yeah, the world record is 3:15.17. So this is the second fastest time of all time. So it's like 3:15.27. Yeah, I thought it was three. Yeah. So it's 3:15.17. I thought it was just like 3:15.26. Yeah. That is outrageous there. I think they'll break the world record next time for sure then. Sydney on a monster leg. 3:15.17 from the Soviet Union. In that same race, USA had run 3:15.51. That was the greatest 4x4 you'll ever see, competitive wise. Oh, whoa. Yeah, Sydney to Gabby look weird. Did she touch the inside of the track? I guess it was clean. Allison split 47-72. Is that the best split? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. 47-70. Victoria 51-50 almost cost GB. You're right. Yeah, exactly point 0.1 outside of the world record. Oh, thanks for the coverage. I appreciate that. Good to see you. We'll be back later. Not Adelike. No, it's not Adelike's fault. You can't protest. She had the baton like this. So, let me have something. It looked the way like it was going sideways when she was running. You got to go this way. But we'll have to see it again for sure. All in the game saying, yeah, she had to protect the baton. Yeah. Chris says Ball ran a beautiful anchor. Yeah, she ran a really good anchor. I mean, at that stage, the best she could do is to get the second place position secured for the Netherlands. 48.62 is really great running too. I mean, she ran that 47.93 in the mixed relay, but that would have taken a toll on her. And there's no one catching the United States. They had such a commanding lead just outside of the world record. Yeah. That I don't know, Jared. Plus, also you have to remember that split data is not it wasn't always available for all of the periods we have. So you have to say since the data has been collected. I don't remember what the soul splits were, if they even had those. To be honest with you, USA with a fantastic Olympics, closing out with the two relays. Yeah, I don't know if they had the splits for those times. To be honest with you, they may have, but I don't recall off the top of my head. We would have to go check something. No, but the Ireland gift. What? The Ireland, I guess, girl hit the button from the Jamaicans and no disqual. No, I think it won't happen because they'll try, but it doesn't. Actually, I don't think it makes a difference because it's not when you in the final. You just like it's not like you can get reinstated or run again. It's over. I don't think she had the baton in the best of positions. You can't have it out wide like that and expect not to get bumped. There's a fair amount of bump that could happen, but I'd have to look at it again. But from the couple angles that we saw, yeah. All in the game says fastest clean split because Marta Koch has a 47.70 and Jarima, which is Krachlov or whatever her name is 47.6 were done during the doping era in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, New Zealand winning the high jump there, Hermishkar. There should be an inquiry into it. Yeah, it's probably it makes sense. It does make sense though. I get what you're saying, but they won't do that. I don't think he protected the baton. She didn't protect the baton the way you wanted to. And all in the game is saying they won't win any appeal. She did a poor job protecting the baton according to the rules. Yeah, because you see, if she had got hit on the arm or something like that, then possibly. But she was dangling it. It was like it was this way, right? Like the baton was like over here, right? And you want to kind of, she should probably have it straight up. Yeah. Novlet is hell bent on the disqualification. Well, they didn't medal either, so they probably won't. If they were to be disqualified, the most that would happen to them is that they would have they'll lose their national record of 319.90, but it won't happen. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be shocked if that were if they. I would be shocked one if Jamaica lodged that appeal, and two if that appeal would have been, uh, if they would even give it any thought, really. There's a 30-minute window to do it, so if they want to do it, they'll do it now. They'll have to do it now, but it doesn't make anything. Yeah, the baton is the most important thing in a relay. Should have the baton turned in. Sid split adjusted to 47.71. Let's see. It is 41.71, 49.48, 41.71, 49.30, 48.78. Yeah. The Kenyans are back on top of the podium in the men's 800 meters. There's medal ceremony. Looks like it's happening right there. You're so correct. It's really a 101, isn't it? Cherish the baton. Chris says that. Knovlin is. I'm not understanding why this is the second time it happened in the World Indoors. KMT, which I think means kiss my teeth or kiss my teeth in Jamaican. Race was over on the first leg. Shamar crazy 49.48. Yeah, that was tremendous running by Little there. A woman who tried both events at the U.S. National Championships and didn't get in individually, and ended up there doing yeoman service to the United States, and she was fantastic. Yeah, yeah. Can't come. Yeah, she did really good job for the U.S. there. To be honest with you. Yeah, yeah. Interesting championships, guys. Lovely day for track and field. We got two great relays, Botswana and the US fighting it out. This Botswana team, I think if they can produce some more 400-meter hurdle runners, they definitely in contention. Yeah. Yeah, Shamar came close to running on two world record teams. Yeah. Did she didn't run the heats of the mixed 4x1, 4x4 when they broke the record? Was she on it? Uh no, I can't even remember the lineup. Women's 1500-meter final, Faith Kipyegon cementing her status as the greatest 1500-meter runner. I got a video on that on the channel, Chris. I don't want to talk about it. I have no real. I just love the sport. Dabbled as a high schooler. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Tried a coaching license thing, but don't coach. I just like the sport. 100-meter hurdles, Masai Russell there winning ahead of SAMBA-MAYELA and Jasmine Camacho-QUINN there. As close as it gets. And it has everything: drama, athletes falling, athletes not falling, but athletes having trouble clearing the hurdles, running into them. Javelin throw history making for Kitaguchi, first Japanese athlete to win a javelin Olympic title. That kind of stuff. High jump there, Hermish Kerr winning it in a jump off. Wanyoni, Arop pulling up trees, running an area record in order to get on the podium. Sedrati there thought he misjudged the race, but still running a 141. Imagine running 141.67 and not getting on the podium at an Olympic Games. This is what we've seen on the final day of the track and field. 5,000 slightly underwhelming in the sense that they should have pushed the pace harder, but Jakob Ingebrigtsen, as usual, finds his way there. Grant Fisher getting 2 medals at this year's Olympics. Excellent for him. No, the Soviets do. Yeah. The Soviets do, Carol. It was set in the Seoul Olympics in '88. The Soviets ran outrageous leg there. And the US had a really big team there. Briscoe Hooks, I remember on it, all of that stuff. It was a fabulous race in Seoul. I mean, I don't remember the full. I have seen, you can see the race on YouTube, but it was 3:15:17 to 3:15:51. It was tight as you get in 1988. And yeah, the old GDR team also has a 3:15 as well. Then the team with Amber Anning, Nikisha Price, and those women, they have the Kansas team has a 3:17, and that's going to be like fourth all time now because some of these times here from, let me see, this is what 3:15, so that's going to go second on the all time list because it's just outside of the world record for the women. And so that'll push Kansas a little bit down to, I think, fourth on the list or fifth on the list. Let's see. It will put Kansas fifth on the list. Yeah. I mean, technically, they're still fourth on the list as a team because the USA will just replace their. Yeah, put it. Yeah, they will remain fourth on the list, but the US just replaces their time, I guess. Yeah. Where am I on the thing? All in game says want Fate to go sub 14 5K world record in the Diamond League. I think that could be on the cards. Diamond League this week, right? Or next weekend? Let's see. Diamond League schedule. I think it's coming up. I was looking at it this morning. Uh, they're coming up again. So the next Diamond League is in 11 days, rather. So August 22nd, next week. Should be able to do a watch along on that, or if not, we'll do a live show after. So we're going to Lausanne next, I think, then Poland, then Rome, then Zurich, and Brussels ends the show in September. So Diamond League will be there. There'll be some continental tours coming up as well. France, USA basketball. Yeah, I'll check that out in a second. That's the final, right? No, it's a pleasure. Goodbye. Thanks for having me. Yeah, every time you're welcome on. Hopefully you come back another time. Australia in girls water polo final later. Mina says Shelby is going to regret his decision for the rest of his life when he could have been the Olympic champion. You lose nothing for sharing goal. So he did ask. He said jump off, right? That's what he said, Mina. Because I don't listen to the commentary, so I don't know. Uh, mm. There were 5 national records in the relays and 2 season bests. Wow, just wow. Yeah, it was fabulous. Fabulous. All right, cool. Guys, this has been a great Olympics. I'll be back. I want to do some review shows on, we get a chance to unpack some stuff. May not be able to do it until later on next week. I have some traveling to do. And, fortunately, my summer is over as well. Start to work again next week, officially on the clock. But, the channel will be going from strength to strength, I hope. Mina says Shelby wants to jump off, doesn't want to both people to have to agree to share. Well, he has a pocket of silver then. Yeah, lots more to come in the next few weeks, years on in the end of the year on the channel for sure. I'll be doing Diamond League watch alongs to our review shows, and we get to watch World Juniors and close out the track and field season, and I'll do other sports too. So hopefully you'll be on there for the ride. I'll try to get back on another live soon. We can unpack some of the stuff that we've seen at this Olympics in a more serious way. Some of the great performances, the people who we think did all the best and all of that. Yeah. Chris says, see you in Brisbane 2032, pizza and beer. I'll hold that to you, Chris. I hope to be in Brisbane. I definitely want to be in LA 2028. Yeah, all of that stuff. Carol says, I really do hope that your channel blows up. You're my dear sir, is brilliant. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys have made this a really good ride this week, and we'll do a lot more. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye bye.